Hello anybody, this is Blender Pretender and posting yet another video for the completion or working towards the completion of this bicycle. Last video I created this. I can't grab it because it's locked, but last video I created this. Basically narrated all that I was doing. It seemed to me that it was going to be simple enough. Today I'm going to add the pedal to the metal. Right, the virtual pedal to the virtual metal. That is, actually finish the pedal, and that we'll see how that goes here. It's basically going to be the addition of a pedal that the last video I left off, I copied this. Let me see, I still have it. Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to delete the first one here. I mean the one in the first layer. I'm going to delete that, and then copy that one, move it to the first layer, so I can make one pedal and do the same operation to copy it or turn it around 180 degrees. That way I don't work twice. So maybe I should save as save a duplicate, just in case I screw up. And now open the first one there, and before proceeding any further, start this. There must be a fade out. Let me see, icon. So icon, no, I wonder if there's anything last operator, nope, not that I can see right there, but anything that shows when I'm doing the alt and the controls in the selection. And so here it is, but when I do, that tells you you're doing a tab, but these kind of selections right here, I'm holding the alt down, but it doesn't really show that I'm holding the alt key. So I guess it's a given that people already know how to select, how to do these selections, right? See, when I go to the circle select, it does show it, but otherwise it doesn't. Okay, so then now I am, wait, what? I didn't save it? Oh, okay, well, there you go, file, open, because I saved it as, open that one, and then file, save as, the very first one. So I did the minor changes there and saved it as a different file. So here is, come on, start display. Here's what I'm going to work on. I should, let me see, Shift H, so I have this. I should bring in the reference. I have a text box here that I used to copy paste while I was doing the time lapse for the other videos. I basically create, sometimes I want numbers from here, or cursor dimensions or whatever, and I find it easy to just go in here and copy it and then paste it over here as if I were taking notes. Because it's just a text. So this is just a text. I guess you would call it a text internal. Here it tells you text internal, an internally stored with Blender text file. And it's not until you go text save as that it save it separately. But from here, I'm going to go to the image editor, and I'm going to open as a reference file. Back to where I was in the bicycle folder and the reference images, and let me see, the one I was working with last time is, I had mentioned in one of the previous videos that I was going to go out and get more reference photos. I never did, so I basically the ones that I took the first time around, so I think it was that one, and here. So now if I want to see the reference, I can do this, get an idea, and okay. So it'll probably be faster than me going off the screen and dragging over the reference. But so the idea is just to add a pedal here that's going to duplicate over to the right side, and then I'm just going to copy it, or rather rotate it. And this looks like, simply enough, to do this pedal I would have to do a square and then start messing around. But maybe I see that there's a circular, or like not a circular, a cylindrical kind of shaped object, with you know, not quite cylindrical, but you know, with some recesses, I guess you would call them. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to start with a cylindrical object instead. That's what I'm getting at. And I got two ways to go about it. Since my reference is like this, close to being vertical, I'm going to try to model it also in the vertical dimension, I guess. So there's one of the reference photo. The pedal didn't move, so I'm gonna probably try to model it so it's in this scale, right? So I'm working with a global scale rather than doing in that axis, I'm sorry, and working with a global axis, so then I have to create special axes to move around. Okay, so what I need to do is now, oh, this one doesn't have it. I did do the duplicate. What I'm going to do right now is, I can hear my computer's already going crazy with the video. I thought it's in the Blender render even. Well, I think when it's in the Blender render setting, it doesn't give you an option to go to the GPU. So that one too, I'm selecting right now the edges that have a crease on them, and I'm going to bevel them. Since I have a duplicate of the other object, so that's selected as well. I think I was working on this side. Let me see. Yes. Okay. So those are it. Those are the only creases, right? Oh, right here. Control. I'm holding the control while I'm doing that selection. So everything that's selected is centered, and I'm going to Control B. I'm just going back and forth to make sure that I'm actually beveling everything I want, because I can't really tell right now. I see some funky stuff happening in here. So I cancel that because I do have those selected. So let me go to the 0 even. That means a view that doesn't have the subdivision, so I don't need this one. So Shift, 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 and Shift. Okay, there's another one right there. Shift. Okay, those are the ones that I want. And I'm going to go back to this view so I can get an idea how it looks when I'm doing it. And with a shaded preview, Control B. About there. I'm going to try to remember that. Let me see, 0.003. I just do that. It was close. Now, if I ever need to forgot to bevel something, I have to go back and bevel it. To be consistent, I can put 0.003. So basically trying to get rid of the rounding there. Now here, I'm going to need cleanup. Control 0. What should I do with this one? I wonder if it's going to look better if I just grab this one with the snap-on and the merging option there. If I just go there, see what that looks like. And there, Control 3. It looks ugly in terms of the mesh, but in terms of the shaded preview, it looks nice and smooth where it goes out there. I'm going to leave it like that. Tab. Let's see what kind of cleanup it needs here. And let me go Control 0. I wonder, let me take that one. No. I think it's gonna need, it's in the 0. It's probably gonna need, let's see if this works, a knife from there to there. Enter. And then take that, shove it here. Control 3. So it looks nicer when it comes around here. Okay. Also, I'm going to go flat and then smooth. Yep, no, that doesn't take care of that either. What am I seeing here? Oh, it's still creased. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. Everything goes to 0. Okay, that looks better. Let's see in the bottom. Control 0, see what I've got. I'm gonna do the same thing. What did I knife last time? So I created basically that triangle, that narrow triangle. Kind of in the way right now. Well, I'm trying to see it this way. Period. So it centers. So then I start rotating, or doing the dynamic view rotation about those 2 points. That's why I hit the dot. Oh, I was gonna do. Okay. There's another function I think that triangulates it. I forgot. I have to learn it. But I think if I go mesh, I saw it previously when I was messing around with this, but no. Anyways, I can look into it, but I think by hitting the points you can hit the, I forgot what it was, but triangulate. And then I'm starting to get more into tries to quads, triangulate faces. So here, Control T. So I'm gonna try to see if that works. Control T. No. Well, I mean, I've been working with that one so many times. I'll go Control T. But it'll give you what it wants, not what you want. So Control Z. I've been doing it so often, I forget. Some of this stuff goes into autopilot. Or auto pedal in this case. I'm auto pedaling. No, I don't want anything there. I want the knife function here to here. Enter. So now I basically triangulated these faces the way I want to, with the exception of this. Did what he did over on the other side. And these look okay. Z. I'm gonna go to the wireframe and then just make sure I don't have, what I was talking about previous video. I don't have compounded duplicate vertices. Control save, Control 3, and the Z. Tab out just so I can see how smooth it looks. Okay, so that looks smooth. The reason I did that bevel first was because I am going to now try to see how I create the illusion or the impression that there's a circle in here. So I'm going to inset the faces here to about there. That's where the shaft here is going to be. It's basically a hole that's threaded, and then this you can see threads in. I'm not going to bother about making the faceted hexagonal faces here for the wrench, so you can actually tighten it, right? But I'm gonna I forgot how much I inserted. Control Z for the there. And so here it tells you, I think here, is it this one? I'm gonna go 0.02. Nah, 0.025. Actually, I could have selected all of them done at the same time. Let me just stay consistent. 0.025. Boop. So V. It's not gonna work. It's too much. It is too much. Too big, I mean. I can always do this and go into the pedal one. Where's my cursor? Where's my manipulator? Shift snap U. How come it's not showing? Because I turned it off. Okay, so there's my manipulator, and so I can say scale. I'm gonna get the snaps out. Scale, and the Shift X, X, which would have been the same as the X, but anyways, X hex. No, what's going on? There. Scale, shift, X hex. So scaling in, I think about there. Yeah, and because it's so, this is very, okay, it's uniform scale. Huh, that's interesting. Better just choose them all. They're going to scale similar. Scale, shift, X hex to about there. Get rid of these for now. And then it's shift alt S. I'm scaling to circle, right? And I'm going to do the factor of 1. So there should be a circle in here. I'm going to do the same for these. Oh, what a dummy. It's going on, but oh, okay, that worked because the cursor was in between. I'm still just going to undo it. There. And go back to not about the cursor, because when I do that about the cursor, it'll basically want to give me the vertices in the circle like this. The cursor was in between, which should have worked, but I'm going to undo it anyways, and then go scale there, factor of 1. Okay, same thing here. Oh, what's happening? Okay, and then the factor of 1. Proportional size. There must be other. I haven't messed with all the other settings there. Anyways, what do we have here? So we have okay, shift snap U. So I'm going to go about the cursor back to manipulating things about the cursor, and I'm going to just control 3. They're very close. They're very close. I'm talking about these vertices. Control 3 again, and since I'm just gonna eyeball a lot of this stuff. Come on, control 3. Can't tell. Yeah, they are the back ones right there. And grab, shift, X, and with the snap. So basically I'm compounding them in the x-axis. There's no need to have this pedal gizmo. No. Grab that one again, control 3, and grab shift X there. Control 3, grab shift X there. Control 3, grab shift X. Now, I didn't need to do then the circle because I basically could have done this. It would have made it easier for me to do this if I had not scaled them close to each other. But grab shift X. You live and you learn. Control 3, grab shift X. Boom. Okay. Make sure that I think I've got that got lost already in the yeah, if I moved any of the front ones I may have messed up the circle thing, but it happens. What I mean is that the illusion, you know, one of those Escher illusions where you don't know what's in the front or the back of the cube or whatever. You know, you can see them different ways. So, see, like that right there. Control Z, Control 3, grab Shift X. That's just because I didn't do the locking to the X, or locking to the plane, the YZ plane. 3, okay. Control 3. I'm going to just check it anyways. I'm going to scale it to the 100 and then Z. Oh, come on. I get so far ahead of myself that I always rotate the view dynamically rather than pan. Because I hit one key faster than the other. It looks like they're all on top of each other. Okay, so that's good. Again, with the cursor there. And yeah, shift snap U. Okay. With the cursor there, I'm just gonna eyeball this by doing this. I'm rotating or manipulating about the cursor, and I'm just going to rotate these, rotate Shift X a little bit this way. I'm doing the circle select to make sure I get the one in the back there too. Rotate in the X about here. Rotate Shift X about there. Rotate Shift X. What I'm eyeballing these to be somewhat equidistant, so that I would have more, closer of a symmetrical, octagon. Is that what the 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Closer of an octagon where the fighters fight. I don't watch that. It just gets presented to me on YouTube all the time because I clicked on one once. So there's that, and that edge they need to be Control E, and then bridge edge loops. Control 3. So now there's the hole. All that for a hole. Now that loop, now I can grab that loop and Shift Alt that loop, and then Control bevel. Remember, it was 0.003 to be consistent with the other ones. It still doesn't look quite right. I can add more segments in here, maybe make that work better, but what I can do also, just to keep it nice and smooth on the outside, is add a loop in between. Control save. That looks okay for the hole. Nice and round. Not quite, but somewhat. Okay, so what I need here is a cylinder now. So I'm in the object mode. I'm going to add a cylinder. I wonder if I should, because I wanted to make use of this modifier. First, I'll add the cylinder in. I just didn't want to be messing around with the vertices that are part of the pedal already. But what I'm going to do for the simplicity is Shift add a cylinder. And let me go back to the 0 view. I think I only want Control Z. Shift add a cylinder, and I only want it to be 10 sides. So I imagine that would be a decagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think 10 will work. Let me see. Then when I say we, I mean me. Bring down. Oh, come on. Getting closer. And then a rotation. So it's got a location, but a rotation about the Y, I think, 90. Okay. So I can actually move it over already like this, about the X. No, wrong one. I want it to protrude just a little bit on the other side in case it's seen on the other side. So there's my decagon. What I'm going to do for this is just eyeball it. Let me see. N and T. I'm going to make this smaller. So make the panels about the same size. So in this view, I have all the, you know, both the pedal, I would say it's about that angle, right? Except that the pedal is more pointing upward. Can't seem to get that because maybe if I add the perspective to where it looks like it's pointing upward. It actually looks very thick up here in the perspective. That camera, of course, is zoomed in, so I would have to mess with, not worth it. Mess with the angle in here. I was going to say mess with this camera view angle. This one. You know? Nah, I'm just going to, excuse me, I'm just going to work with this. Okay. So I'm just trying to judge visually that this to this is about this to this right here. And it looks like it is right there just by eyeballing it. Go to the 5. So I'm going to base my pedal off of this. If I feel I need to stretch it more, I mean, I just don't want to work, you know, a lot into it and then have to figure out that I have to stretch it. So I think by doing some of the stuff that I already did, I lost, oh no, they're still here, the settings that are messing with it. It just barely comes out. It doesn't even stick out, so I'm going to go just enough to stick out in the scale. Which one was it again? Was it this one? No. It was this one. Just barely sticking out, and then this one. Oh, come on. I wonder if I change this, yeah, I lose all that, but became a pointed object. Control R. Now here's where I should check. So now, so I have the cylinder. I'm going to need a loop here and here. Actually, the cylinder, okay, now I see my first mistake. The cylinder only, like if the pedal goes up to here, the cylinder only goes up to here. Okay, mistake. Now let's see. Control 3. I'm just thinking right now. I'm not vocalizing what I'm thinking, but I want to make sure that, yeah, I want to make sure that one of these vertices is pointing up. Or is it up or sideways? Or sideways. So rather, one of the vertices pointing sideways with some of the, that would give me an equal amount of faces on the side to start extruding some of this stuff. So I'll do that right now, and I'll shorten it right now. But then I need obviously a division there, a loop. I mean, loop, a bunch of loops, and then 2 loops here. So 1, whatever. I'll start messing around with them right now, rather than count them out because they're going to be unevenly spaced anyway. So now what I'm going to do before, I'm going to continue like this, but P selection. Oh, no. P A Control Z. So I probably said Tab Z. There's something here. The loops. Delete. Tab. Link. P selection. Tab. Shift. Oh, this one. Shift H. So now it's on its own. But I need something. I don't want to have the other one in the way, bugging me. but I still need it. So Alt H, that in the pedal, Shift H. So I'm in the pedal right now, and oh, the cursor is still there, so Control 3. With the cursor on the face of that pedal, I'm just going to trace it with the grease pencil. That's the awesome part about the grease pencil, is that it's in 3D. So in some of the time lapses or when I'm doing other stuff, I will trace things like these and sometimes manipulate them a little bit just to ensure that they're where they should be, right? So I can continue down here, but I think I only need this. So escape from the grease pencil, Tab, Shift H, and if I need to shut off, so now that's the face of the pedal arm, and here's a pedal. Okay, so if I need to shut off that grease pencil, I can always go in here and turn it off. So I just move my cursor without needing to. Tab. Where's my grease pencil? Did I erase? Did I erase the grease pencil? Okay, 7. Just from the reference, there's what, proportionally to this is about half of what that pencil that thickness was. So that loop looks like it's okay. Control in this view. This one needs a little bit of a bevel. 0.002. I'm going to change my consistency there by 1. 0.001. That one. Control B. I'm just going to go ever so slightly since I'm eyeballing everything already. Scale, Shift X. Nope. I want off of the center there. Scale, Shift X. Without the snaps. Now I'll grab that one with the snaps. I'm going to make sure it's underneath, that they're compounded at least in the Y and Z plane. Pull out here, scale, Shift X, just slightly bigger. I'm guessing at this, of course. It's not quite as big as what you see there, but it's not quite as small as I've got it. Scale, Shift X. I'm just looking at proportions, like the space between here and here, and what you would see here. Scale, Shift X, a little bit more. There. I can always go back and modify these. I just don't want to start beveling everything and get to a point where I don't, I work myself to where I have to go change these. So that's why I put the crease there. This I knew I was going to have to bevel anyways. Control Save, Control R here, just to get close there so it doesn't look so bad. Save, Tab, Alt H, Control 3. Where's my object so I can rotate around it? There. I just wanted to see this like this. So if I were to see this in the back, it looks okay. One of the things, the object here needs to be smooth. Okay. Oh, I forgot I was going to rotate the whole thing, right? So back to this one. Shift H, Control 3, back in the front view. Tab, Control 0, Z, A, manipulating about its center point, and am I going to be right in this? It's 36. Is it? Well, what would be 18 degrees? Is that right? I don't know. Rotate, we'll see right now. Rotate 18. Looks right. I don't know. Z, I'm trying to see the background there, the back, but it looks like these are parallel. So maybe this is not even visible in the video, but these are the grids. The grid. It's the grid behind it. It looks right. Okay. So let me see here. Proportionally, it runs about the same distance that it sticks out, and then it starts coming down. See, proportionally, so it'll be like a loop cut right here. It needs to go the same scale as this, and I didn't take a note of what scale that was, or how do I do that? And when I was working with the wheel, I just eyeballed it by compounding, which is probably what I should do. What I was thinking of I'm being more exact for no reason really, other than just because, you know, I get used to that. But one way to scale it so that it's the same size would be to duplicate this one, canceled it, and then with the snap-on I brought it over here. So then I'll take the loop there, make sure this is the active one, make sure my snaps are on the active, and then making sure I'm off the center, scaling off the center, I would scale and then just snap to that one. Now I do have that on, so that should have merged those two vertices, and they're the same size. I just went over it because that's what I was thinking about doing, but when I did the wheel, what I did was just eyeball it. You know, I'd get into this view and then just scale it, and then just very carefully looked at like it was compounded, because there is for something that's artistic like this, there is really no reason to be accurate like that. And besides, this is just arbitrary, the size of that loop. Control save. So that one will have a crease. I'll increase the crease on that one as well. Control 3. Making sure it's looking more like the pedal. So it goes very, very little distance here before it starts coming up. So I either move that loop cut, and then that loop cut, I'm just going to eyeball that one in this tiny window here. I'm going to eyeball that, scale Shift X, and just get rid of the tab of the snaps. Sorry. So when it starts doing this, that I see there, these, then pretty much an indication. Control Z, come on, indication then on that axis, it's tucking under the vertices. Not really, but it's just slightly more than this. Scale Shift X, right around there. Scale Shift X, just to get more of the look proportion. And I need a loop right here. It's going to be a very thin one. Control 3. So I need to extrude. Let me see. If I leave one face like I did here, so that'll be this face. Control 3. Come on. Rather than me chasing all around, zooming out, sometimes I'll just select everything and push the number pad period so that it zooms to it. But anyway, back to this. These don't, well, yeah, they're not compounded. Okay, so now here I may, because of the extrusion, I'm going to do the same thing. These two, Control 3, Z, are not compounded. This one is not meant to be. It was just trying to give me the proportion. I was doing it to get the proportion for the look. Yeah, because this one, even further, scale Shift X, this one gets fatter over here, and this one comes in some distance like that. And then I need some loop cuts in here from which to extrude the pedal. So let me save that first of all. And I rotated it 18. I'm thinking I should not have, for the sake of being able to have faces to extrude. The reason why. Now here's the reason why I'm going to go into this tangent is there needs to be, the cylinder needs to be kept in here, the face, but only have one face, and I'll be extruding one face on one side and on this side. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I really need, let me see how many faces I need there, or how many loops rather. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually need 6. And then, so if I get 4 to go to 6, I would basically either have to bevel one of them, which might be a good idea, or I can go 3. So let me rotate it back 18. Select everything, rotate 18, back to where I was. So then I leave these two faces. I'm gonna have to move this over, of course, and then I can start extruding. I can use these two faces to keep somewhat of an idea that it's curved here. And I can start extruding from 3 faces, 1, 2, 3, and an additional loop cut in here. So I should have done 12, really. So take that loop cut right there. That loop, rather, Control 3. I'm going to rotate, no. Let me go back to this. I went back and brought the cursor to the center here. I'm really just winging it right now. Of course, that's very apparent. Let me see, Control Save. Let me just take a pause for a second. Okay, I'm back. Let me see, let me catch my thoughts back to where I was. We can pretend that pause was actually just a few minutes, but as things happen to be, it could have been a week, a day, a month. No, not a month, but a week. So, okay, where I left off with this was that I needed some faces to extrude the pedal. And okay, so here's this looked odd right now when I just started. Let me go back to the Z, selecting that looks like it's off a little bit. So let me select, is that a good one? Why wouldn't that be a good one, right? A good loop to shift snap U, and you know, going off the center or going off the cursor, because I'm going to go off the cursor. Control 3, I don't know what I just, Control period. It seemed to be off a little bit, but that's probably just the visualization. Again, trying to pan and hitting buttons real quick. Where I left off with this was I'm going to turn this off so it doesn't confuse a lot. Rotate. So I want to extrude from the top and the bottom to make the pedal. These will keep, this loop right here will keep an idea that that's still curved in between there, even though it's a very small gap. Not so much so over here. So, but they're too far apart. So I'm going to circle select this, and this in the wireframe mode, and I'm going to rotate it off that cursor, right? Let me see, it's giving me about 12, 10, 11, 12, right? So what if I go 15? Let me go 14. I know it seems odd, but that allows me to do, yeah, if this gets too extreme, I can do 7 for this one, 14 for this one. Control Z. So let me undo these, and then rotate them. 14. So that these right here, I'm gonna rotate them as well to be 14, the negative 14, and AC. I'm gonna rotate these 7, just splitting the difference. Rotate 7, So it doesn't look that odd. AC, and who knows how it's going to look once it's subdivided preview. Rotate -7. Oh, come on. Rotate -7. Okay. Doesn't look like I'm making all this up, does it? Z. See, it looks like an oval shaft now, because it doesn't have that cut that I was talking about. Control, and that's what I wanted to avoid. But let me see. Let me see if that can be fixed. Not really. And not really. And the other part of it is, ultimately, I just want to extrude a couple of faces. Let me see how it looks once I start extruding the faces that I want to. So those two are going to remain. These are going to be extruded. So now, you know, I better. That's okay. I can always go back to the file, the last saved file. I'm just gonna bevel this or crease these for now, so that I can. Oh, the wrong one. And increase the crease. Boom. Oop, this one didn't get it. Increase the crease just to see how it starts looking. So now that shaft doesn't have to be perfectly circular, because the pedal itself looks like it's cast in that shape. So this is just round, you know, but because maybe that's the way it was designed initially, but it doesn't have to be perfect round, but still this does look a little odd. For example, face, if I take that one and then scale in the X, it would be, I need it to be off the center, scale X. Start making it fat. Take the edges here. Scale in the Y. Now it's going to start to look a little bit like that. Sorry. Let me bring that down in the. Let me bring the faces down a little bit more, and then in this view, we'll just extrude. Grab and rotate to start making the shape of that. For that edge, okay. I'm just trying to see if there's a benefit. I went 14, so go 14 more and put one more loop in here. See if there's a benefit to that. And I think that's how I'm gonna go approach it, because I do want it to look circular. I could just ignore it, but I'm not. So let me open again the bicycle. I basically just I deleted everything that I was doing, so I can follow the path that I was doing. Let me turn that off so it doesn't compound all of the dark shaded areas there. Control 3, make sure they're there. Shift snap U, that is way back there. I want it in here. Okay. So basically, what was it? 14. So I'm going to rotate 14. And then rotate here another 14 in the negative. Okay, now here oh, come on, Control 3. I'm going off the centers. Even though I put the snap, but it's working. That's fine. It's the center is basically there. So see, it didn't really have to snap to the cursor, but then take that and duplicate, rotate, and it's about -30. -30. Not really. 30. Why? Because I went odd. 32. Right there. Okay. A. So I'm going to go to the faces. Select these faces. X face. Now go to the edges. Select these. I don't need this or this. Yeah, okay. Actually, I don't need any of this. I don't know if the bridge function is going to work. Bridge edge loops like that. I'd rather just do that. And bridge that edge loop. Control 3, and in the, so it looks better in terms of a circular shaft. Go back to the vertices in here. Well, I'll just delete that face as well, and excuse me, I'll delete the face as well, and then just go from there. Yeah, no, I'm just going to go through it. I was going to copy and rotate them 180 to compound over here and then remove doubles, but that sometimes leads you or gets you into trouble because sometimes one of those vertices end up not being within the limit or the threshold for removal. So Control E, bridge edge loops. Okay. So this one should come up, that one. Control E, bridge edge loops. Now the danger is I'm going to make an effort not to use this face anymore for finding the center. I'm gonna have to use that one back there if I ever do one of those, you know, bringing the cursor to the center and rotating about that. The reason for that is because in terms of accuracy, there's some lost just by the process that we did. The other one back there is the same, so I'd have to use a edge loop somewhere in between, and even that one, the center is no longer good because of the way that they've been rotated. So I kind of worked myself into a problem. Oh well. We'll see if that problem materializes. If it doesn't, that's even better. So X face, Control Z, I got the wrong one, the wrong loop, face, Control save. Okay. Well, here's one thing that can. I didn't do it for the hole for the pedal, but here's something that can happen. For example, I can go V. Rather than that, I'm gonna inset all of these. They should be in the circular shape already, but what I can do is, excuse me. For example, these haven't moved, right? So this and this haven't moved. Shift snap U. No, what am I doing? Shift snap U. I'm trying to save it under the U folder. No. And with that, I'm going to work around the cursor, right? And then it's total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? So just choose one. Just choose one. Go Alt R. Sorry, wrong one. T. Go Alt R. Go all 360 of them. Then go 360. And then go 9, 10, 11. How come it's not doing the 360? Because it's off the view. That's one of the common things I always do. Control Z, Z. Control 3 off of that view. Alt R. And it's going, yeah, there it is. There's a duplicate one in here. but now all of these have been duplicated. So now with this removed, I can show that's that one. With the snaps, I'm sorry, with this on, that has merged to that, so on and so forth. It looks like I did the wrong number. Probably the same thing that happened with the bicycle wheel, huh? Okay, Control Z. Okay, there. Alt R. Y. 11. So it's a 12. There you go. 12. Everything's there. There. Sorry. The other way. Gotta make sure I'm grabbing the one that has the faces already. Okay, so that face didn't merge over here. That's odd. Those are the little differences. That one, for example, because that existing one looked like it was really close, but it wasn't within the merge or whatever. Or maybe it was, I don't know. But there's a slight, obviously there's a slight difference in the coordinates between one vertex and another. So that should be in the center, and that should be, you know, someplace I can use as a reference as well. So I'm going to inset it again, and then go to the vertices, Alt M at center. Seemingly all of this is still symmetrical, but it's not. Like I said, because of those minor differences. Do I want to do it for this? No. I already have one point of reference. That should be the center of the shaft as well. Why did I go into the center of the shaft as well? Just because once I start doing what I did initially, right, a little while ago, which is start working on the pedal itself, you know, so much for this one, is that I'm just going to do the top one and then do a mirror down to the bottom. In the x-axis it should work, but in case anything I can use other points of reference. Anyway, let me see, so we have this thing going here. The thing that's very notable to me is the black part versus the metallic part, and so that kind of leads me to believe maybe I should, you know what, no, yes, this is plastic. I should probably do, if I do 3 loops in between and start herding 3 loops throughout, it's probably going to be more work, but I might need to have an edge right here. Maybe the bevels can help me. So I'm going to leave it as it is. I was thinking about cutting more loops in here and going around, but no, I'm going to just go with the faces like it is. Is it the right one? Control 3, Z. Is that correct? Control 3. Oh yeah, because I cut another loop. I forgot about that. Just to keep it round. E. Get rid of the snap. Okay. Scale X. No. Scale Y. A little bit more, so that it seems like it's flush with this scale. Okay. Control 3. Let me do a scale Z. No. Go about the center, scale Z. Bring it down a little bit. Extrude more. Control, oh no, rather the front or side view. This is actually the front view, the one. Rotate. Grab. Let's see how that starts to look, and then I forgot the beveled edges. Okay. go there. Bring back the properties, increase the crease. Okay. Maybe I should have scaled these. Control 3. No, I'm sorry, 1. I'm getting confused in my own orientations. Scale. This is just an eyeball. Rotate. And it, yeah, it's scale Y. I should have done scale X, scale Y, back. Every once in a while I'll go to this view just to make sure I'm not going really, really weird. Control 3. Back to the reference. So probably 1, 2, give it the circle, so another extrude. Just from proportions then I want to make sure. That corner there, from that view, looks like it would reach very, very close to this one. So I may need to do more scaling. So on the front view, scale X, rotate, grab, take that loop, grab, rotate, going off the centers. Okay, scale X a little bit more. So I'm going to, what happened here? Oh, the creases are gone. Were not gone, but they were never really generated because we created those new ones. Okay. Now, sorry, let me get this one all the way to here. Let's see how that works. One, grab, scale, X, rotate some more. See how that's looking. Probably a little too far on this side. So, scale, excuse me. Yeah, it would have to be the X, scale X, bring it in like that, and then just grab it. Rotate that, loop. I'm just eyeballing all of these, by the way. Scale Z. Scale X. Let me see how the reference looks. It looks pretty smooth. So in this case, they do need to come out. I can just do an edge here to here. Do scale X, 0. Let's see how that looks. A little better. Same thing here. Nope. There to there. Nope. Scale X, 0. See how that starts looking. Again, eyeballing a lot of this. In proportion to the height. From here to here appears to be about half the distance. So we're pretty close. Okay. Probably the best way to do this one is, let's see if it works. Control R, there. And then, let me take the face here to there, Control 3, or rather 1, rotate some more. Let me take this edge, scale X, 0, enter. me see how it's looking in here. Okay, I need to take these, again, scale X 0. Enter. Same for these. Scale X 0. See, because I opened the files and I just went crazy. I forgot all that. It's a good thing I've been saying it, right? It's kind of like, gets annoying, but start the display. I forgot, sorry. Okay, no, Control Z, scale Z, enter. That one should be a little lower. What happened? Control Z, scale Z 0, enter. Down here somewhere. Scale C0, also down somewhere over here, and these scale Z0. Okay, so I'm using that corner to make a distinctive edge. That's probably an easier way to do this. Scale X0, scale Z0 in this view. I'm going to grab it and bring it over here now. I'm just eyeballing it. It should be vertical, really. Control 3 to where it starts looking like that. Kind of like that. Little round here, but now what I'm going to do is take these faces here and extrude, rotate, grab, take them up, Control 0. Let's see how that looks. I can take all those and go scale Z0, enter. And then take these, scale X0, and take these. Do I got them? Scale X0. Okay. Something that's very obvious. These should probably be there, aligned to these. That one should be good because it was right in the center, but these should be aligned. Okay. I'll see about moving these a little later. See how it looks. Maybe I'll move it now. There. And let's see that one. No, that's that one. I did get it right? There. Okay, Control 3. Save. Back to the reference. Now, unless I have to do another loop or herd a bunch of vertices around, I think I can start moving this surface back. Before I do that, I'm going to get rid of some of these creases that I'm not using anymore. Alright. Then crease here. Control, crease it, crease these. Okay. Yeah, these should all be, let me get these faces. Scale X0, oh. Scale X0. There, they're vertical now. And let me get this edge here and just bring it down. Equidistant. Just by looks. Control save. Let's see how this is starting to look now. Okay. So we're basically making this shape N and T so I can see them in comparison. Alright. Let me just start extruding to see how it looks and then figure it out. I'm going to cancel that one and then just move it in the X direction. So here's the problem. Not a problem, but here's where, not even a problem, not at all. So there's obviously the ridges that go in there. I'm going to scale X0 on that one. Control 0, make sure that I don't see why that would be a problem really. The top one is already flat, just so that I don't make myself any more work. I'll leave it like that, but I'm going to take these vertices, let me see, I need this one too, all the way up to here, and scale on the X0. What, did I get it right or not? Because I'm not off the center. Scale X0. Okay, so it just looks like that right now. I probably already did that, but it looks like that because of the smooth preview. Now I gotta work it all the way to there's a loop. There's got to be a loop coming out of here doing the same thing, and these will join and then come back around to the front. I'm gonna put a loop right in here just to see how it starts to look now with all of these edges creased. Okay, increase the crease there. Let me see. That's a little too sharp. This is a little low, right? And then this is gonna come up, and I'm not sure that I want to start doing this right now, but I gotta delete some of these faces, like these many, and then start bringing it and making that groove. I don't think it's just hurting more vertices, but you know what, I kind of want to see how it looks, so I know where I'm going with it. So X face, Control 0. Okay, so that's the problem right there. It needs a loop, obviously. So Control Z. What I'm going to do is vertices from here to here, grab them, bring them down here, and then add a loop. What's going on? Control R, there. Put a loop there. It's not even that low, the groove, I mean. So I gotta put that there, back to the faces. There, X face. Okay, so all I gotta do now is V from here. They should merge. The two on the end should merge. So if I do E, snap there. So that's merged. This is not. There's something off here. Oh, the vertical, because this is off the vertical loop. That's okay. I could fix that. Yeah, they're also, these did not get scaled out. I could fix that too. So let's take it, do that, and that. Take that one, do that, and that. That one's now same level. And these should be same width. Oh, they already are, I think. But then there's these. Take this, same width. There. Okay. I think I got them all now. Control save. Okay, back to this operation here, extrude, boom. That is, they're merged. Now E. There's these two. Or that many. Control E, bridge edge loops. Control R. Vertices, make sure those are joined. When I get this far, then sometimes it's better to start checking normals for the faces that I've been creating, so that I'm not, you know, I don't have a bunch of flipped normals. If not, the shaded preview will tell me to. It looks ugly. So all normals look normal. All systems normal, right? Z, control 3. Actually that looks pretty good, even though the pedal over here probably doesn't have that. But here it looks more futuristic, cooler, nicer. Well, I'm gonna crease them anyways. Increase the crease on that. Yeah, I'll leave that like that. Save. And because I can always make this, let me see, because it's a little rounded right there. So maybe just get rid of the crease on that one altogether. And I get that by default. There. Yeah, I would have to round these a little bit more. Or watch how I bevel it. The way that's beveled, it looks kind of odd. That looks a little better. Okay, so let's save this for now. So I have to tie it into this side now, and I think I'm going to try to see if I can save some time. 0. Same procedure that I just did. I'm going to use this vertices right here, the one that is on the outside, and I need some edge loops. So I'm going to move this one over, and I'm going to put 2 in here. So maybe just move it over like this. And Control R here. Control B. So I need 2 of maybe Control Z. First I'll make this one to be the same size, and then I'll bevel it the distance that is going to be similar to this. Okay, let's see, that one, Shift duplicate, and it's right here, there. So that's what I was talking about earlier, the reference. There's that. Shift snap U. So there's yeah, I need a reference in here, so I'm gonna I'm gonna take that one, Shift duplicate, and then bring it over here. Shift snap U. I'm gonna take this one with that as the active. Now I'm going to scale it to that. Now if I do a bevel, it's not quite going to give me the same size on either one. I didn't want to do that twice. So how am I going to do that? This should be the same, so I'm going to, excuse me. I'm just going to dissolve that one for now. X dissolve edges, so that's the same size, and then do a loop. That should be about 1/10. It looks like it's the same size, but I'm going to make them the same size. Because I had these. Turn this off. X dissolve edges, Control loop, whatever that is. Turn that off. With these, I'm going to duplicate it over here. Now I'll grab that one, bring it in here. So that, actually that one, XV. Why did I do that? Let's see, Control 3 and Z. Let's see how that looks to the photo. Somewhat. Control 0. They're actually a little bit more. Oh, come on. Alt, Shift Alt. More this way. So this is that one. I'm going to scale Shift X. Not that much. So I can always try to change this a little bit, but what I'm going to do now is take the faces from here to here and delete them. Now I'm going to take, maybe I can do this through the Alt function. Take all of this and all of this. There, I've got them. Okay. I can't stand doing that. I do that, but my cursor's all the way over here. So when I do the mirror about the cursor, it's going to put it way out there. I always forget to do this. So basically, I want to do this edge. Yeah, I won't do that because of the gap. So there's that. Control Z. I'm doing the selection of these two loops. So theoretically, Shift Snap U if I'm in the center, and then I go back to the selection of these faces like I did. I'm going to try to grab them in the Z. See if I can grab them with this circle select. Looks like I got them. Okay, and then I'm going to do a duplicate, Alt, mirror about the X. I had this off so they did not merge. Probably I should have had them on because they would probably be within the threshold. But what I'm going to have to do is do this. Select them. And then W, remove doubles. So 10 were removed. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're good. I'm good. I have this now. Control 3, Control 0. Now I have to bring these to meet here. And maybe the easiest way. I was planning on starting to bridge them and then just delete the loop, but that's going to change what I have here so far. So I think I'm just going to grab these, do what I've been doing, which is grab it over here. Sorry, see all of these two there, and so they did not quite meet. That's because of the difference between this, this, and this. That's okay. I'm going to keep these highlighted ones. Let me put that back on. And I'm going to move these over. There. And this one just to close the gap. No, Control Z. Got the wrong one. There. So that closes the gap. Always working myself. I should have just phased. I should have just gone past. Because now I have these faces to contend with down here, but I'm just going to delete them. Okay. Now let's see how this looks, how I'm going to close this up because Control 3 Z, and now I got to crease some of these. This actually looks better for me. Oh, I forgot also. A Control N. Every time there's a mirror done like that, the normals are mirrored as well. Oh, something's... Oh, the crease remains on that. That's why it looks like that. Oh, come on. I should be in the E. In the edges. This doesn't really need a crease right here. Or a bevel or anything. Okay, so now they look the same, both sides. Like about there. Let's see what we're going to do next. When I say we, I mean me. So that's pretty straightforward. Now, I'm just going to start bringing this. I can probably start bringing this down and start curving around. So basically, instead of bridging these and having a triangle in there, I might be able to just bring it down. There's no need to have 3 faces going around. The face, I have 2 faces with a groove coming down. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do them one by one, I think. Alt-M at center. See how that starts to look. Alt-M at center. Alt-M at center, and the same. Okay. So now I should be able to take these. They're already rotating. These on top are not, but these should be already rotated somewhat relative to this view. Come on. 1. So I'm going to extrude. Rotate them a little, go back to the center, rotate them a little bit. Let me see, grab them. And they need to start coming closer together. Z, V, like about that. Now grab this one. Okay, so these I'm going to scale Z 0 and scale X 0. Control 3. I'm sorry, 1. Front view. A, C. Oh, I should really carry those 2 at the same time. Like about that. Control save. See how that looks. It's looking like it's coming together now. And it probably needs a loop in here. Let me see how it looks with the edges first, so that I can make it nice and oval shaped there. And there's that. Needs a crease too. Okay, that's close enough. I'm going to continue and then try to finish this up with the whole mirror and then call it good, because it's already long enough. Let me see. Okay, go back to the undivided preview, and in the front view, oh come on, 1. Excuse me. And then extrude, rotate, grab it, rotate, scale, shift on Y, like that. Yeah. So how big is the circle? It looks like the circle might be this. Looks, I was gonna say architectural. It looks like it's some sort of design function, But it may also be so that I'm wondering if there's, like, this is a cap you can take off and put a tool through there. So it probably has to be the size of this tool, of this whatever that would be. The proposed cap would be, right? I'm just gonna move. What did I do? I went to the. So I pushed the 0 instead of the O. I was going to do the proportional edit there. I'm just giving it a little round, kind of like indication, like you see there, like we see there. Control B. Scale Shift X. Get rid of the O. Scale Shift X. Move it back. There. That should be good enough. So it looks like it's got something there that comes off, at least from any distance, like back here. Okay, so back to the size of this then. Control 3. Let me see. So pretty much there, I need to start making that hole. So Control 0 in the front view, or side view, whichever one is. The front view is number 1. Okay, Z, C. I'm going to grab it just a little bit up more. Rotate it just a bit more. Does that grab every single one? Don't know. Okay. Oh, what did I do? Oh, when I hit the Alt, it goes all the way there. So this, grab. So I just extruded a little bit and scaled it into 0. So that gives me the opportunity to put a hole in there. Okay, now extrude down to, where's the active one? I guess it doesn't matter. In that case, I'm going to put it right at the center of that one. Okay. So Control Save. What I'm going to do now is mirror all the top of that. Control 3, sorry. In this view, Tab T, Smooth. I want to see how it looks first in case I have to do anything to manipulate here before I do the mirror. In the edge, I'm going to the edge preview because view because I need to crease all these edges. That way I'm not creasing them afterwards. I'm going to crease these two also. I don't think it's going to matter. There are functions to do, you know, sharp edge selections and so on. I'm just not using them right now. This looks a little bad right there, but I can fix that. 1. And then here's the crease. Yeah, it does look a little bad right there. So back to the 1, Z, V. Did I miss an edge? No, I did not. Okay, so on the 1 view, okay, see, grab. Let me see. Right around there. Okay, so now here's where I deviate. The bottom here deviates. Just to make it eyeball it. I'm trying to eyeball it to be straight, just in case I don't lose whatever symmetry might be there, but probably more. Okay. All right. So much for a pedal, huh? Okay, it's looking somewhat like it. Except that we lose the... Oh, here's where the hole is going to be, so a little bit up here is where it gets lost. Talking about the indentation. So with that, I guess I'm gonna go face X for that face, Control 0. E, so face, Control R, boom. And the vertices, do I have it? Yes, I do. Should have already merged. I don't know why I didn't choose these and just do the bridge edge loop. It's just extra credit work, that's all. You know, sometimes if you're moving a lot, you know, you may be spinning your wheels a lot and it just looks like you're going real fast, but you're not, right? Okay. There. Face. Alt J. Is it Alt J? Okay. I can get rid of this crease. It doesn't look right here a little bit, huh? That's fine. Control 3. Okay. These, just so that it looks right there. I could probably leave these the way they are right there, but I am going to leave them. Very cool looking pedal. Cool. Now, why is it all the way down here? I just took an effort, made effort. Oh, come on, don't tell me I did extra work. I did do extra work. Oh, no. In other words, these also need to go because the hole is down below it. X face. Okay, there. Face, Control R. Again, I did the same thing I just said I shouldn't have done. Okay, Control Z. See, I'm going to see if it actually works what I was thinking. Control E, bridge edge loops. Control R. There. They're merged. Okay, Control 3. Alright, so the circle is somewhere in here. And that's why I got these 4. I mean, that's not That's not why, but I have those four there to work with. Okay. I'm gonna have to mirror it before I make the circle. I'm going to just, there's a little extra that happens over here where the pedal goes up. That would be a little extrusion of this face. Control plus. Like that. Let me see, what else am I creasing that's not making it look right? That'd be that one. They don't need a crease, but I don't think that's not making it right. But that could be controlled by the amount of the bevel. This can be rounded off by not creasing those. Let's try that one. What's going on? It's having trouble. Now I better save before it crashes. So let's take it all the way to 0. Oh, wrong one. This one. There. And when I do the bevels, then I'm going to choose how to separate what's metallic and what's plastic for the materials. Okay, so all I got to do now is mirror it. So let's just get on with it. Face, Control Save, again. Okay, Control Save again. That one to this. Okay, that one to this one. There. Okay, now the vertices, Shift, Snap, and U again to that center point. Now how am I going to get these? Probably right there. Z. Just make a fat circle. Go like this. Got those. Control plus. Got them. Okay. Now I'm going to add this. Hopefully it'll merge all of those. I'll see if they get highlighted when I merge them. I'm talking about these edges. If they get highlighted to some extent, that means they merged. So Shift Duplicate. Control M. Z. Around the cursor. Control M, Z. Okay, because I can see that they did merge because of how it behaved right here. Doesn't have the crease information for these edges, but I can see that it did merge them. Another thing I can do is just grab it. It should be pulling everything in unison. A weird futuristic pedal right there. Okay. Okay, A, Control N, A. This looks a lot nicer right here. Down here, if you ask me, this looks a lot nicer for a pedal than does this up here. Proportionally, this circle looks way smaller than what you see there, meaning the front has to come out more. And what else? It looks like these loops should have been fatter, but I didn't for the sake of being able to duplicate, just being able to mirror it. So proportion, there's a couple of things that are just not working. This front should probably be more out to the front. I'm going to take this, did it grab it or not? Nope, it's not identifying them as an edge loop. Because there's faces inside. X face. So I probably was, yeah. It would have been making a kind of like a bevel in there. There, so that's grabbed. What I'm going to do is, actually I just wanted this and this with the proportional edit. Okay, seems to get it right there. No. Control plus, 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 plus. Shift H. Back to the loop. Okay. So I'll probably have to do this and then Control plus. Now some of this. Control plus. Now some of this. Alt H. Just so it looks a little bigger. Kind of like what we see there. This is looking a little low. So I'm going to take that. You didn't want to go all the way down. So this, I'll probably just take it and move it up without the proportional edit. Move it up a little bit. And it went 0.009, so I'm going to go 0.01 there. Oops, did I rip any vertices? Okay, no, it doesn't look like it. With the circle select, I'm just going to move it down the negative 0.01. And then just adjust these carefully to look nice and round or oval shape. Okay, let's see. Move those out. I have to be careful to make sure that I select the opposing symmetrical side, because I've done it where I don't, and I work myself into a point where I no longer have symmetry. That should look okay for a pedal, for a futuristic trendy pedal. There, that's the pedal. It looks a little high, little thick. I mean, that's fine, because what I'm going to do is take these. Oh, come on! Take these faces. Let me see what I can move them to. Z. Okay, move them up a little bit. There. So I'm going to 0.01 also. minus 0.01. Control save. I really want these edges to be creased. I don't even know why I'm creasing. I already mentioned before that I don't need the crease on those. So now these should look somewhat similar. There's something odd here that's indicating to me there's something that's not. So that's these. Am I upside down? I am upside down. That's so funny. I'm completely upside down. That's why I probably do have a crease in these. I do. But I don't on these up here. So I'm going to just be consistent even though this duplicate to work. Maybe I should have put a mirror modifier on both. And then have to put the center on this in both the X and the Z. Of course. Yes. The crease. Yeah, it turns out it's needed. So that this one will work. I know that sometimes in the video you can't really tell. I can't either. That's why I move around so much. There. Now it looks the same. Alright. Last but not least, it's the vertices here. And that one. And which one was it? I forgot now. It's Control B is for, so it's Control Alt B. Didn't do it. Oh no. What happened? Or Control Shift B, sorry. So both Control Shift B. A little bit of contortion. Something's odd. The crease went one way and another. That looks kind of cool. The crease went up this way and another one. A design feature for future whatever. Doesn't need a crease here anyway. So I'm going to have to take those edges and decrease the crease. Decrease the crease. Face. Delete that face. And that one. Okay. And then okay, I'm going to increase the crease on that and then do Control E, bridge edge loops. Now right off of the center I'm going to, oh come on, that always happens, scale without the snap, scale Shift X. I had an idea that it was going to be around that size. Can't really tell from the photo. This is way bigger. Control 3. It's already way past these. Scale Shift X. Okay, that's way past the vertices. Excuse me. What I have to do it's Control, let me see, where's Control 3 is take these well with a snap on so I know how far I go grab. Okay. Grab. So it's just one away from the top one. Control Z. Make sure this is off. Scale Shift X with the shift down. Control 3. Closer. Now it looks more like it. Exception is that top line. Put a loop in there, and Control R, a loop in here. Control 0. Some of these are already ugly in that sense. Really, really ugly. This doesn't look right at all. That's because these needed to come further out as well. That's not a problem. That's right along the without the snaps. I'm going to put it halfways. 0.023. So that'll be negative 0.023. I see why it looks so funny. Because they're Control Z. Is that the one? No, Control Z. They need to be rotated. Rotated about that and that. Shift snap U. Now, period for the cursor manipulation. Edge. No, rather, no, I want the vertices with this one being now with the snaps. Rotate. Snap to that one. Control Z. It's rotate along the X. Rotate X. What's going on? Shouldn't it? I think it should. It's in the center. It's off. Rotate in the X. Huh. Not quite, huh? Rotate X. Nope, doesn't wanna. It doesn't wanna snap to that one. It's because I'm doing the Y. I need to rotate the Y. Rotate Y. Why do I want to rotate? That's what the computer was saying. Control Z. No, Control. That is correct. It's just that it's thicker. It's thicker, that's why it's rotate Y. Here. So I really need to take that loop right there and bring it up along with these there. I need to just bring it up. That's going to put the little center point, make it odd right here. So that, I'm going to use that for, you know, a cursor coordinate, just to move that and that. And that. All this for that hole. That's an ugly hole. And where am I in case of this? I'm going to use this edge. That one right there for a coordinate system. and then do the same thing. Probably have to do the same thing in the bottom, huh? Control, so let's see, Z, Control 3. So that looks better, except that these are not aligned. I could fix that later, and then fix this later. Let me see, what time is it? It says 1:19. It's already going very, very long. This is not good. You can see right there that it's a result of what we saw, what I see. So let me just, I'm gonna ignore the edge that needs to happen there for the materials, and then just for the sake of the model, finish this up. In this case, that one. So these two edges, shift, snap, U. Nope, don't have the same edges. U, okay, Control 0. Okay. And I'm pretty much going to go all the way down to this one. So in the front view, Z, with the faces, I'm going to select down to that one and delete it. Did I select all? I didn't do all of that. So select all these. Okay, again in the one view, that's up to this one. I'm going to select all that. Shift duplicate. I'm going to W flip right now. I won't have to do the Control N. And now I'm going to, about the cursor, Control M in the Z. Okay, I did not have that on, which I should have. V. Oh, come on. V. So more work here, and just a little more work. I'm gonna go W, remove doubles. It's 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's good. And then this should be a no-brainer. Okay. W, remove doubles. Also did 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Control 3. Let me select all of this. Don't. Control Z. So select all of it. W, remove doubles. Okay. Let me turn off the grease pencil. H. Control save. Okay, so now that's the pedal. I'm gonna call it right there. Let me see, N and T, so I don't waste more time. That's the pedal. It should be duplicated on the other side as well. It's not there right now because it's off, but there it is. And so when I join them and then do the process that I did previously, I can duplicate, I can make it like it is a pedal. Okay, I'm going to do this later on, is rotate this by 90 degrees so that it's flat, just so that when I rig it, it stays flat as it goes around with just a little bit of variability. Still doesn't look quite right here. That's fine. It looks like it's beveled somewhat, but that's fine for me. Control. I'm gonna leave it like this. It gets kind of busy with the spokes on the back there. So this is going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching. I know it got very long. Thank you for watching. The next video then will be, chains and all the other stuff. Thank you. Bye-bye.